So, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for chiming in all over the country. Love it, love it, love it. We love to hear all of the different areas of the country where we're growing and we're going. We have so many things getting ready to happen. Have you heard? We're about to turn 5 years old. Yes, that's about to happen. And we hope that you are uh, pushing forth and getting those tickets, getting your tickets to our conference, as well as starting to, for those of you that are not in Chicago, getting your reservations and all that in place while it's still early. Listen, I'm Dr. Roz. I am the VP of Communication, and I'm glad to have you here on the Diamond Factory. I'm standing in the stead of our CSO, our Chief Sales Officer, Phyllis Nash. And I want to get out the way because, listen, today is Wednesday. And you know what we do on Wednesday? We huddle up with our coach. And I told you on the other day, a coach gives you direction, gives you inspiration, gives you some instruction, tells you it's time to run this kind of play. And the quarterback, and many of you are quarterbacks, that's what you are, you receive those directions from the coach. Yeah, see, people think the quarterback is making the decision. Now, there's some that are good enough to do that, but they still need a coach. So, we have the best coach in the whole wide world. Yes, we do. He's well known all over the country, he's in demand all over the country. And I want to bring to the forefront our VP of Development, our VP of Training and Development, Coach Dan Johnson. Coach Dan, are you out there?
Good morning. Hey, Dr. Raj, I trust and pray that all is well with you. What's happening, my Akana family? I'm telling you, life is straight up happening, y'all. It is straight up happening, and I'm welcoming you to this huddle as we get ready to continue. I'm telling you, we're 5 years old, 5 years old. Listen, literally 5 years ago, this would really say 6 years ago, this was only a concept, it was a thought. And then 5 years, here we are 5 years later, a multi-million dollar company with wonderful, wonderful people all over the world whose lives are being impacted and changed, both from a perspective of health and a perspective of wealth. And what I want to do is I want you to just take a look at the company that you are a part of. And as you take a look at the company that you are a part of, literally I want you to use the example. Use the example of the company that you're a part of to build your company. That's it. That's what I want you to do. I want you to take a look at Akana, see how Akana has built this company over the past 5 years. Utilize some of those things to help you to build your company over the next 5 years. Because the truth is, we're all companies within a company. One company, there's one umbrella, which is Akana, but then there's individual, independent companies that is under Akana, like the Blessed Branches, like Contagious, like all of these are I would call sub companies that's under Akana. And the reason why each company grows at a different level, the reason why one company is making their company, one organization is making this kind of money and another one is making this kind of money is based on how the company is building, how the company is building. Now, I'm going to use, as I stated, Akana over the next, I'm going to use Akana over the next 10 minutes or so to talk about how to build a sustainable company, how to build a sustainable company. And I'm utilizing Akana as an example because this is the company that you're a part of. In order to build a sustainable company or organization, you're going to have the right people. You're going to have the right people, not just any people, but you're going to have the right people. So that's point number one. You must have the right people. Now, what does the right people look like? What does the right people look like? Number one, the first thing that you got to have is a people that can see the vision. People that can see the vision. only see the vision, but believe in the vision. Because if you can't see it and if you don't believe in it, then you'll never run with it. You got to have the right people that can see the vision, right? The second thing about having the right people is not only that they can see it and believe the vision, but they are willing to take ownership of vision, willing to take ownership of the vision, okay? So they got to see it, they got to believe it, and then they got to take ownership of it. That's the first thing that you're going to need if you're going to build the right type of company, the right organization. And I'm using those two words for this moment, this context. I'm utilizing those two words interchangeably. Second thing that you're going to need is you're going to need the right product and or service. You're going to need the right product and or service. So all of us have been given the product and service here through Akana. So you got to have the right people, but then you're going to need the right product and or service. This is what we understand. There is multiple line items. There's multiple SKUs. I'm utilizing different words on purpose. There's multiple products that Akana has to offer that meets various needs in the health and wellness sector. So the key is to identify, if it's not all, what could your niche be? We have Dr. Doris that deals with, you have different people that deals with various aspects of the weight loss of the Akana brand. Some focus in on the gummies and the different things of that nature. That was my thing. I wanted to help people get free from insomnia. You have some people that focus in on the pain. You have some people right now that's focusing in on the weight loss. You could have some that's focusing in on hair care and all of those things based on whatever industry or the people that they're targeting. And so you want to make certain that you not only have the right people in place, but you got the right product or what have you in place. The next thing is you got to have, if you're going to build this company, you got to have the right systems. Akana functions off of a system. Remember what I always tell you, systems and sequences equal success. Systems and sequences equal success. What is your system? What is your lead generation system? Aisha, when she started her company, she was examining and exploring different systems to generate leads that will ultimately be able to convert into customers or clients. When she opened up the health and medical spa, she generated those leads, and she tried a couple of different systems. One system that she tried, it just didn't work. It was not working. The leads were not being generated. They were not quality leads. Even those that were not quality leads, and it was the wrong system. And then immediately she recognized, okay, this is not working. I need another system that's going to work. Found a system that works. Now that system is generating leads. It has a conversion mechanisms and metrics and all of those things in place. Some of us that's in this business right now, we don't have system in place. Though Akana has a system, I haven't figured out what is our system that's going to work within the framework of Akana. How do you utilize the app? How do you personally integrate the app as part of your system? What is your system once you get a lead? What is your process to follow up with that lead? What is that process if you don't close them that day? What is your process to close them the next, subsequent, weeks or months? What is that process to keep up with them? What is the process for recruiting? What is your system for recruiting individuals and not only recruiting them, but getting them trained. And not only getting them trained, getting them acclimated. What is your system? You got to ask yourself a question. What is my system for success? Because you can have the right people, you can have the right product, but if you don't have the right system in place, then it's going to be difficult for you to be consistent, and it's going to be difficult for you to be able to scale. It's going to be difficult. Thing is, you got to have the right marketing strategy. Right marketing strategy. Again, Akana has given you templates, if you will, along the journey. There's been script books that has been written on your behalf for you to be able to just follow the script. There's been all kind of resources and tools that has been given to you. The question is, are you utilizing them? The beautiful thing about a franchise, and if you look at your company, if you look at your business that you're building right now, if you look at that as a franchise, the beautiful thing about a franchise is that you don't have to come up with all of this stuff on your own. It's already been laid out for you. And all you have to do is follow what's been given. You have to do, follow what's been given. So whereas Akana does it on a macro level, we do the same thing on a micro level, we will experience the same type of results. Imagine you starting your company from today. 5 years from now, your company, your organization can generate millions. You have to put in the work. That's the next one. You must have an unbelievable work ethic. Not going to be for the faint of heart. Building a company is not going to be for the faint of heart. It's not going to come easy. If you work this company as if, you're just doing this part-time and you'll do it when you can or whatever the case may be, then you're probably not going to be as successful as those that says, I'm about to build this company, that's doing what I call whatever it takes. Tell the story when I first became a part of the Akana family, and I was over there on 106th Street in a meeting with boss lady Melissa, and while I was in the meeting with her, she was hand delivering the bottles. She was hand labeling, the bottles. And she was redoing probably 100 or 200 bottles because the labels were crooked. Volunteer we had, come on, and she said, no, this can't happen. And she was in there doing it herself while she was building the company. Some of us would have probably just said, okay, we got to do better next time, and would have let that go. Refused to put that product out there to be excellent, and she was doing it all by hand. Another time when we moved to Street, and she was there mixing which product. I think it was maybe one of the hair care products. She was there mixing and had me sitting there helping her to bottle it up and put labels on and all of those things. What an unbelievable work ethic. They developed this crazy team called Team No Sleep. Not getting the job done was never an option. How you're going to have to think. Getting the job done is not an option. There is a job to do. I get it done. Very busy season. And myself not going to bed till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I'm getting back up. I'm grinding, I'm working, I'm on the road every single week. I'm traveling. I just got back yesterday. I'm gone. I'm speaking this Sunday. I'm speaking the following week, the following Saturday. Then I speak again and fly back out the following Saturday. Then I come back. And every time I'm writing and I'm developing and I'm putting this thing together because I find myself in all these multiple meetings at different times in different time zones. I'm on the phone with Africa at 1 o'clock in the morning. You see what I'm saying? It's an unbelievable work ethic. not just want to be successful, work to be successful. Y'all put that down. Y'all tag me and all of that kind of stuff out on the chat, because it's a lot of us that want to be successful, but we don't work to be successful. Have an unbelievable work ethic. I don't know which number I'm on, but I got a wonderful friend, y'all, that really, really helps me out. She takes notes while I'm teaching, because this morning I'm teaching from my head. I didn't put this in my notes. I'm teaching from my head. And so you got to have an unbelievable work ethic. Thing be willing to do is you must be willing to shift. Certain things are not working. When you see that that didn't produce the desired result, that didn't produce the outcome that I was looking for. When you see that those things are not working, the next thing that you must do is you must be willing to shift. You must be willing to pivot. You must be willing to change direction. You must be willing to change direction. These are the things that is going to be essential. These are the things that are going to be necessary if you are going to be successful. Very successful. It's imperative that you know when to shift. Shift in strategy, shift in whatever product or what have you you're promoting the most, shift in the type of people that you're going after. Keep rebranding yourself. You gotta be willing to shift. Here we go, and I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. You must be willing to stick. Willing to stick up. Now, so would have said, well, we're not getting, we haven't broke $100,000 a month. For a year, we haven't broke $100,000 a month yet. What if she would have quit? What if all of the changes and all of the fights that had to happen, all of the people that came and gone? What if she gave up when somebody else gave up? Ooh, that's good, y'all. I'm gonna say that one more time. I felt that for myself. No, you can't give up on yourself because somebody else gave up on themselves. The one better, you can't give up on yourself because somebody else gave up on you. Stick with it. To be successful, you must spend it. And in sticking with it, that means consistent.
Coach Ann, say that last one again, because you keep cutting out just a little bit.
So the last one is you must stick with it. If you cannot quit on yourself because somebody else quit on themselves. You cannot give up on yourself because somebody else gave up on you. You cannot give up on your dream because somebody else don't see it. You must, or because you encountered challenges, you encountered setbacks. And of course, along this journey, there were challenges and there were setbacks. But if you stick with it, if you do the right thing consistent enough, long enough, it will eventually be enough. And you can see yourself here 5 years later. And so for those of you that saw the vision, for those of you that believed in the vision, for those of you that took ownership of the vision, some of you did it in year 1. Some of you did it in year 2. Some of you did it in year 3, and you're still here. I want to say congratulations to you. Congratulations for having staying power. And I believe that those of you that maybe you just came in the last year or 2, stick with it. That's what I'm ending on. Stick with it. You're going into the 5th year. We talked about momentum. Stick with it. When the momentum slows, stick with it. When you didn't reach your goals, stick with it. When you feel like you're by yourself, stick with it. What are you willing to do with or without somebody else? Stick with it. That's how I'm going to end it today. Listen, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was insightful. I hope these little nuggets will help you to continue for the next 5 years. And remember, don't forget to stick with it. It's Pastor Dan, Coach Dan. I love y'all. I love y'all for real. Back to you, Dr. Ross.
Thank you, Coach. Nothing more should be said. Let's go to work. We've been in the huddle. We've gotten our instructions. We've gotten our plays. Let's go. Let's stick with it. Have a great day, everybody. Tonight at 7 p.m., we have our conference call. And then following those of you that come and attend, I'm sorry, today's Wednesday. So Wednesday, we want to be available for those that are in the Chicago area. In the Chicago area, there are things taking place at the dispensary. Those of you that are coaches that are on board helping, get your guests there, invite. And we'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. And as our CSO would say, push.